preparing for battle, each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. I'm Brian Anderson, and with me tonight, Grant Hill and Tim Legler. And down on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. Looking now at some numbers for Jaden McDaniels.
And for an idea of where his offense is right now, take a look at his true shooting percentage decreasing over the last 5 games. He desperately needs to find his stroke tonight.
Now let's take a look at Phoenix's opening lineup. Royce O'Neal is out there with Mark Williams. Then it's Dylan Brooks. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Allen in at the 2. And for Minnesota, McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Of course, tomorrow is Thanksgiving, a special day for players and their families, Grant.
It is. It's just great to have a day to enjoy time with loved ones and just relax. And obviously, B.A., I love Thanksgiving because I love to eat. That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim. For 3, Randall. Williams grabs the board. And Booker has got the ball here for the Suns. Here's Brooks. From down in the low post, it goes.
A throwback wing. Dylan Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
Randall draws the double. It's McDaniels on the wing. Allen defending. 4 on the clock. Here's Randall. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Yeah, nice play by Randall. He can take up space in there and has great short area quickness.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, the Timberwolves this summer signing extensions to keep their elite front court intact. In bringing back Julius Randle and Naz Reid, they maintain a team strength, one that seems more necessary than ever in the loaded West, guys.
Making the commitment. Okay, thanks for the report, Shams. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. He said they have their work cut out with Devin Booker, who can score in many different ways. Coach told me people talk about his deep shooting range, but his middle is just as lethal. And if you crowd him, he can take it to the rim. And he has the size to do damage there. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. The #1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, B.A. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it.
And one thing the Suns showed last season, you got to have chemistry in addition to talent, Lex.
Well, it's so important that your stars complement each other. If all of them need the ball to be their best, it can definitely be difficult to run an offense.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And Edwards slams it in.
Wow, what a move from Edwards. He's fantastic at creating for himself.
Brooks outside. Booker looking around to end the run. Sinks the tray.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Back to Edwards, 3-pointer, and the 3-pointer goes. Edwards has got 8.
Oh, there's another 3. Love seeing Edwards deliver the revenge triple.
Williams a screen on McDaniels. Brooks down low, working on McDaniels, and it's Brooks missing.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Outside Booker, pass to Brooks. Booker against DiVincenzo, and the shot goes down. He's got 5.
And Booker is deadly coming off that pick.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
And you know, I mean, they played with great energy all the way through. Just fell a little bit short.
Well, that's a classic example of a tough road loss. If they had been at home with their crowd's energy behind them, things may have turned out differently.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Phoenix also changing it up. Iguodala, he's checked in for O'Neal. And it's done in for Brooks. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Miller, the pass to Conley. Lets it go from deep. And Miller good for three.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Well, he just looks so confident right there, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Now here's Booker. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Houston.
And he really hurt them at the free throw line. What a heads-up pass to know that his teammate was going to be available down in the paint.
Here's Clark. After the basket by Phoenix on the other end. Pass to Reed. Outside Conley. Reed, a screen on Allen. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dillingham. The three. Here's Miller. Off the mark there with a three. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Allen outside. Now here's Booker. Pass to Iguodala. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. A shot by Dunn, no good. Outside Conley. Clark left side. Reed for three. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Early offense in this league is key. You've got to score before the defense can set up in the half court.
And so in the game for the Suns, they've got Nick Richards, and it's done in at the three. And changes for the Suns, Legs, in the front office, coaching, you name it.
Yeah, Brian, you had the feeling changes were coming for this roster as well. Arguably the most disappointing team last season. A hard reset may have been needed.
Minnesota with the ball, coming off a Suns make. Pass to Reed. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Randall can't hit.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Dunn, the pass to Gillespie. Back to Dunn for three. Randall pulls down the board. Minnesota leading by 4. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said, he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard and he comes in ready to work every day. We look forward to working with someone like that. Back to you.
Has them bought in. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Phoenix shooting their first free throw of the game here. And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. McDaniels is checked in for Clark, and it's Edwards in for Dillingham. Phoenix also changing it up. O'Neal, he's checked in for Richards. Brooks comes in for Dunn, and it's Devin Booker in for Goodwin.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the free throw, no good. And when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, BA, you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
Now here's Edwards. Give him 8 from deep. Conley, good. The assist goes to Edwards. Conley's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Booker, the pass to Gillespie. And here's O'Neal. Launches a 3. McDaniels with the rebound. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. It's a 5-point game. The Suns beat them last time when these two met in Phoenix.
It was a narrow loss the last time they faced each other. A game they felt they should have won.
Really tough to win in this league when your starters get into foul trouble like that. I thought it was the difference.
Once again, off the mark by Phoenix. The Timberwolves lead by 8. Here's McDaniels. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. McDaniels got his first bucket in this one.
I just love the ball move.
Now Booker. He's got 5. Brooks outside. Back to Booker. They set a pick. Pass to O'Neal. Shot to stop the run. Reed with the rebound.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Edwards looking for an opening. And it's off from 3-point range. Suns trail by 10. And Grant, this defense of the Timberwolves, one of the league's stingiest.
Well, if you look up and down their lineup, not many weak links for opponents to target. And then, of course, you've got 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, on that back line. BA, they're tough.
Phoenix shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
Well, Devin Booker has such a scorer's mentality. When he steps on the floor, he is hungry, and he is ready to get his team their next bucket.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Gobert comes in for Randall, and it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Phoenix also changing it up. Williams is checked in for Iguodaro, and it's Allen in for Gillespie. He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, just an offensive machine. Booker generates points consistently, night in and night out.
Edwards for 3. Edwards hits from beyond the arc.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, BA. So those playmaking decisions in the moment are a lot easier said than done.
have a look at the leaderboard now and see the toughest defensive teams in the league these past 10 games. Second, Phoenix.
And defensively, they have really set the tone lately, preventing teams from getting into any kind of rhythm against them.
.103 left to play in the half. O'Neal passes to Brooks. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Edwards.
Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards. Wow.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. 40 seconds left in the first half. Pass to O'Neal. Screen by O'Neal. For 3, Booker. Reed with the rebound. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 15-5 run. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Here's Edwards from downtown. Williams grabs the board. To the inside. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Yeah, he didn't take any chances with something soft in there. He's showing us a look at his verticality.
And misses it off the right side of the rim. And we finished off one half of play. It's Minnesota. They lead by 12. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far. Pretty interesting how this is all coming together, don't you guys think?
Not interesting. It's exactly how I predicted it would look.
Oh, sure. Like you could have predicted the standings would look just like this. Whatever floats your boat, big guy.
Kenny, you leave my boat out of this. I'll make you walk the plank.
And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Phoenix Suns.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end? They need to get a hand up and contest more shots.
Coach needs to encourage them to be better moving forward, just like I do with you guys.
I'd better put my feet up. It's getting deep in here. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. And it's Gobert in at the 5, down low. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Now here's Brooks. Pass to Williams. Now here's Brooks. Shot clock at 5. Now here's Allen, guarded by Edwards. The baseline J is on the way. And here's Allen. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
And offensive rebounding, one of Rudy Gobert's specialties, Grant.
Yeah, in some games, over half his points come from second chance opportunities. And you know, B.A., even when you block him out, he can reach right over you and get that board.
Now here's Brooks. So valuable for them offensively, adding 22 points a contest.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
Oh, the finish inside by Edwards.
And the offensive firepower Edwards is capable of is special. I mean, we are seeing it on full display right now.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything. And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders. Back over to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Here's Booker, following the score by Minnesota. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Here is DiVincenzo, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. Edwards. Brooks with the rebound. Suns trail by 16. Pass to Booker. Takes the three. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
DiVincenzo, pass to Randall. Here's Gobert. Outside, DiVincenzo. For three, Randall. The shot won't fall.
When you're not at your best, it is great to have teammates who will pick up the slack.
Edwards against Booker. To the paint. Allen outside. Screen by O'Neal. The three is up. Phoenix no good that time either. The Timberwolves lead by 16. Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. Here's Randall. The three, DiVincenzo. Kept alive by Minnesota. And the shot goes in. Gobert's got his first basket.
Yeah, just what they needed from Gobert. Grabbing the rebound with those long arms and sending it back.
And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
They're going to have to regroup here and figure out a way to stop him because he is dominating them.
A new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Freeman comes in for Julius Randle. Clark is checked in for McDaniels. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. Iguodaro, he's checked in for Phoenix. Gillespie comes in for Devin Booker. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Allen with a screen on Clark. Pass to Allen to win the drought. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reed's got 4 rebounds in the game.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Here's Freeman beyond the arc. The shot off that time. Brooks outside. No good on the three.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
Edwards, a pass to Conley. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. The kick out to Edwards. From the arc. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
When Edwards knocks down threes, Ant is pretty much unstoppable.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Now here's O'Neal. He's scoreless. Screen by O'Neal. For 3, Allen. The shot comes out.
Wow, his team really needs some scoring opportunities, but he can't get anything going this period.
The shot by Conley, no good. On the wing, Brooks. Over Clark. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're feeling great, a 21-point lead. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, coaches love unselfishness, and this is exactly what they're referring to.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the court right now for the Suns, they've got Devin Booker, and it's Richards in at the 5. Here's Gillespie. Pass to Booker. Dunn outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gillespie. Doesn't go for him.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Now here's Randall. And great passing, so often the thing that separates the good from the great. Who, for your money, Tim, is the best of the association?
Well, what's crazy, B.A., is I think the top of the list belongs to a center. Trey, Nikola Jokic, to me, an all-time talent, still in his prime, and his playmaking ability, unquestionably, the best we have ever seen at the center position.
Never seen any player like him. He's amazing.
Maybe never will, either.
And the basket by Clark.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Now here's Dunn. Pass to Richards. Here's Gillespie. Here's Dunn. Three-pointer, no good. Outside Conley. Good to Mark. And here's Dillingham from the arc. And it's rebounded by Gillespie. The Suns have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Now here's Booker. He's guarded closely. And the layup is good.
And just fearless. Devin Booker not afraid to go right at the defense.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Minnesota will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Clark. Edwards, he's checked in for Dillingham. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. So Phoenix going with almost an entirely new group here. Williams is checked in for Richards. O'Neal comes in for Iguodaro. Brooks, he's checked in for Dunn. And it's Allen in for Gillespie. Outside McDaniels. For 3, Randall. Phoenix grabs the miss. Williams has got rebound number 8 now. Here's Brooks. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Jaden McDaniels picks one up.
Such a tenacious competitor. When Brooks looks to score inside, he is so skilled at finding ways to draw contact.
The free throw dropped for Brooks. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, B.A., it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have.
And Brooks drops them both.
You have to respect Brooks' approach to the game. He's always looking for little ways to improve and wants every year to be his best.
Yep, count it.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
To the middle. And Williams with the basket on the assist by Brooks.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Now here's Randall. He's covered by O'Neal. Randall can't hit. Suns trail by 19. Down low. Here's Williams. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Here's Randall. Outside McDaniels. Now Gobert. Gobert with a screen on Allen. Edwards gets the bucket. Edwards got 20.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Timberwolves.
All their efforts on the boards ended up paying off.
And just 2 tough rebounding teams, but they gave the extra effort and were rewarded for it.
And this will push their total wins for the year up to 11.
And this is an even matchup, 1-1 on the season series with 2 left to play.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Anthony Edwards.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight. Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
And here's Minnesota now. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. Here's Edwards. That's it. Coming off an assist from Randall.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
They are playing with so much confidence. They've been clutch all the way around.
Now here's Brooks. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Man, that is aggressive right there. Grayson Allen bringing so much energy.
Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Rudy, you guys came to play tonight. Can you talk about the motivation right from the opening tip?
We just wanted to have a good defensive game, come out ready and make sure we communicate and run back, because these guys are very talented. and we did a great job.
The communication paid off. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.